Let's begin again with a loving kindness blessing. Imagine a stranger and listen to these words as if they're the ones speaking them to you. May you be restored. May you be blessed. May you find love, peace, and unity with yourself and others, loved ones, strangers, foes alike. And may you be wise. May your words be life giving and your actions be faith restoring. May you laugh and find joy in life. And may you be safe, healthy, and out of harm's way. In this session, we'll experience an awareness of stress. In mindfulness, we call that the circle of awareness. We said that mindfulness helps us experience life differently and that stress is a big part of life. That's because mindfulness happens to target how stress happens. It shows us that stress isn't something that just happens to us, like we don't have any control over it. First of all, we need to see that stress is a reaction to stressful situations. So if there's no reaction, there's no stress, even if the stressful situation is there. Secondly, and this might sound strange, we need to be clear that stress is not all a bad thing. It isn't something to get rid of. Stress actually helps us. It's our friend. It's something that happens in our inner world so that we do things to survive in the outside world. Now, for example, when we're in danger, our bodies automatically set off our fight or flight response. It's a reaction that's physically hardwired into us, into our brain, nerves, hormones, muscles, everything. We become dead meat without it. But like a friend who overstays his welcome, stress starts hurting us when it's turned on when we don't need it, or when it's stuck in overdrive. And it turns out it's usually our own habits that's doing this to us. There's a habit of treating our inner world like it's a problem in our outer world, like something we can control. Doing instead of being, like we said before. And there are those habits that seem to fix things in our inner world, but really just add to our problems. Like drinking alcohol when we're stressed. It can numb whatever we're feeling for a little bit, but if we keep it up, it can cause a lot of problems. We need to remind ourselves that being in contact with our inner world is like admiring a painting and not like changing a tire, even for something like stress. With mindfulness, stress is something we gently absorb, and it isn't something we fix. We'll realize that stress and our habits that make it worse are in our awareness. And just as we've been doing all along, we're going to be attentive to our thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and urges. But instead of seeing them separately, we're going to see the order in which they connect to one another. And when we put them together like that, that's an awareness of a stress reaction or an awareness of a habit. And that's what we call the circle of awareness. If we think about it, it's everything we've been doing in mindfulness put together. Being in the present moment, being non-judgmental, being instead of doing. And just as it changes our awareness of breathing or walking or brushing our teeth, it changes our awareness of stress. And sometimes we'll see patterns repeating themselves in our lives, and sometimes we'll see things we can fix. But fixing things isn't the point. Mindfulness, using the circle awareness, is the point. It's the quality of this awareness that helps us. Again, with our formal and informal practices, we will be kind to ourselves and allow ourselves to fully experience what it means to learn mindfulness, to recognize when it's there and also when it isn't, and to recognize that sometimes it's challenging and sometimes it's easy, and that sometimes it happens spontaneously and unexpectedly, and sometimes exactly as we expect it to to really know what it means for me personally. Thanks for joining me for this session of mindfulness training. And check out the other sessions as well, and also the companion resources that I've put together to help you explore and enjoy the benefits of mindfulness.